As the helicopter landed in Honduras, I was watching out the window as this group of kids were playing soccer. And the ball they were playing with was so flat, they would kick it and it would fly through the air and then land on the ground, not with a bounce, but with a splat. And then everybody would run to where the ball splatted and proceed with the game again. But if it got kicked in the air, it only landed with a splat. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. We were there for only 3 or 4 days. We built a lot of necessities for this little orphanage in La Esperanza, Honduras, up in the mountains. And we flew in with supplies, and we drove in with supplies, and we flew back again with supplies. And we built a cinder block kitchen with a cook stove, with cast iron top and griddle and oven, with a steam pipe or stove pipe for heat. We also built showers on the building. They'd never had showers before. They always bathed in a bucket. But of all the time that we spent there and the things that we built for them, these orphan kids were most impressed when we went to town the first day and I came back with a kickball. I think my entire paycheck never knew that I bought this kickball because it cost me 1 lempira. That's about 16 cents. 16 cents. But when we came back to the little camp after having our lunch in town, I brought this little kickball with me, and when their soccer ball went flying through the air and landed on the ground, I rolled this ball out there with it. And they stopped the game. And every one of them came to me crying and hugging my leg, grateful for a ball that they could kick that would bounce and roll like it was supposed to instead of flying and splatting. And I thought to myself in that moment, if I had walked onto any playground in America and just thrown out another ball, they might have been annoyed or distracted that now there's 2 balls in their game. But the likelihood that they would have even said thank you, much less stopped the game and come to me for a hug to say thank you, is, well, it's 0. In fact, today, they might have said, well, it's not a brand ball. It's not Nike or Wilson. Why would you even buy it? It didn't cost you $40. That's not a real gift. I would ask, if I was in a classroom, for you to raise your hands if you've ever given a gift and felt like, man, what sad little people that I gave them that gift and they didn't even say thank you. Because I think we've all been there at some point or not. We give and we expect at least a thank you, and it doesn't come. And we feel a little taken advantage of, a little offended, if you will, at least a little slighted that our gift wasn't good enough for them. I want to challenge you on that. As a leader, your maturity in giving should reach the point where you think, it doesn't matter what they think of the gift. If the gift is truly a gift to them from me, if it really is something for them and it's not about me. And if it's not about me, then whether they say thank you or not isn't the point. It's whether or not the gift makes a positive impact in their life. If my gift makes an impact in their life, then I win. Whether they say thank you or not, whether they acknowledge it or not. Because a mature leader shouldn't live for the affirmation of others to feel important or to feel like they've done a good thing. And there will be many times in your life, especially as a leader, a person of influence, that you will do for others, give for others, model for others, demonstrate for others, influence others, and they won't even recognize it for decades to come. And then when they do, they'll think, wow, I wish I could be more like that person. Not only flip that on the other side, because as a leader, as an influencer, you should also model one other thing, and that is to not be the person who receives a gift without thankfulness or gratitude. We're in a holiday season. A lot of people are giving because they feel like it's that time of the year and it's what I should do. But some don't have the resources to give extravagantly. They may not give you the lush hotel stay for the weekend. They may not give you the gift card to the fine dining establishment. They may not give you, as parents, a car. But if you're a leader and an influencer, receive whatever you do get with lavish, extravagant gratitude. If they give you a homemade notepad, say thank you. If they say to you, I wish I could give you something greater, explain to them that what you've given me, the fact that you've given to me, is incredible enough. Yeah, you've got to model not just the graciousness that says, if I don't get a thank you, I'm still pleased that I had the chance to give. And you also have to model the gratitude that says, any gift of any size, the most lavish or the most humble, I'm grateful for. And demonstrate that to the people who gave to you. In this holiday season, you have a chance to lead and influence in ways you could never imagine. And a lot of it will have to do with your graciousness in giving and your gratitude in receiving. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.
2018 that I was praying, God, he just needs this thing broken in his life. He's become involved in that class. And there's real spiritual change and real physical change happening in this guy's life.
Today on Transforming Grace TV.
Succumb to addiction, and I would succumb to pornography. And the residual effect of that in my wife and my children and my household and my other relationships, mind-boggling. And yet I knew there was a call in my life. And I think that tension is what pulls men apart in the churches, and it pulls families apart. That to me is heartbreaking. My opinion too is that the body of Christ has a tendency to crucify our wounded.
Transforming Grace TV passionately reveals hope in broken relationships. Stay tuned. Experience God's transforming grace.